Tesla is set to release the third quarter numbers after the market close on Wednesday, October 20th. And as I have mentioned in my previous videos, that I look forward to these opportunities to take full advantage. And if you go back to my previous videos, you will see my second quarter video of trades that I placed and how they panned out after the earnings. So in this video, we'll discuss about the third quarter trades that I have already placed and where I stand on those. Then towards the end, I will also share what I'm looking to execute after the earnings. So let's begin, and don't forget to hit the like button if you get any value from this video, and also subscribe if you're new here. So before I show you the trades and also show you future trades, let's quickly look at what Tesla has done historically. So the first image on your screen that you see right now are the earnings, or every earnings in the last 3 years. And as you can see that Tesla has traded only 4 times in green right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 after the earnings out of 13 times in the last 3 years. This is last 3 years right now. As you can see, chart 3 years, and as you can see the stock, what it has done after the earnings. If you go back, and you can see that earnings have been always good except a few times in 2019, but majority of the earnings after that have been wonderful. Now, if you look at the table, this is the table that puts everything in perspective. So if you look at this table and the share prices before and after, this is really interesting. This table shows the prices of the stock before, right here, of earning announcement, and after the earning announcement right here. And as you can see that the share price has dropped majority of the times after the earnings, especially for at least 2 to 3 days after the earnings. So let's start here. This is January of 2020 right here, when Q4 of 2019 earnings came out. And as you can see, 581 was before. Right after that was 640, a 10% increase in the share price. This was one of those big time or big green bars right here, as you can see. Then after that, as you can see, April of 2020, before the share price was 800, after that 781.90, a 2% drop. Then July of 2020, the share price was 1592. After the earnings, 1513, a almost 5% drop. Then after that, the October of 2020, the share price 422. After 425, just a 1% increase. And then so on and so forth for all the earnings. In July of 2021, 657.62 before, 644.78 after, almost a 2% drop. So the maximum drop over here was about 5%, around, close to 5% over here. And the maximum gain was about 10%. Keep these numbers in mind because this relates to our future trades or future plays that I'm considering. Okay, now this is what the history is telling us, and it does not mean we are going to see the same price action time and again. Of course, nobody can guess, nobody can tell, but I will place my bets on the stats rather than emotions. And that is why I always play my bets 2 to 3 weeks before the earnings and get out a day or two before, and then again a day or two after the earnings, I start my new positions. So let me show you what I have open on Tesla right now. And these are the bets I have open right now on Tesla. So the reason why I did before and now is because when I place these trades, this is 2 weeks or about 2 to 3 weeks before, and this is what's going on, the most recent prices I have. I'm going to take you step by step on this. So the first thing I have open here is that I have October 8th, which was past Friday, $700 put that I had, and I got about $10,000 for it. I let it expire for 100%, and that's the screenshot I took on that Friday, October 8th, when I let it expire. Then the second trade I have was also for October 8th, $750 put that I sold that morning off, and I let it expire for 100%. So those two are gone, and I no longer own them, or I no longer have them. So I'm going to quickly mark as red over here that these two are gone, and I do not hold them right now. Then I have 10 November 5th, $700 put that I sold back when I opened this one over here, the October 8th, $700 put. And I got about $25 for each, or about $25,000 because there were 10 of them. At the same time, I also sold in November $700 put right here, and I got about $30,000 for it. And then I bought 2 calls for $790 expiring in December. And then I have these 2 trades. Let's not focus on them. Let's only focus, and I'm going to mark it up here with a different color. Let's only focus on these trades right here that I'm showing you now. So these 3 trades now, where it stands as of Friday, was this. So right now, the same $700 put expiring on November 5th, I'm making about 68% on it. And then on October 8th, I was making about 23% on it. And now I'm making about 68% on it. And the November 12th one, that's what it is over here, $700 put that you see over here. I make about $30,000 that I told you that I got at that time, and I'm up about 60% on those trades. Now the two December 790 call that you see over here, right here, that I bought for about $60 or about $6,000 each, I actually sold one of them when we had that run up, and I made about 20% on it. Right here, as you can see, I was making about 32 when I made about 20. I sold one of them. So I'm only holding right now one of them. Should I have, or could I have kept both open? Absolutely, I would have made about 12% more. But to me, it's all about taking profit at the right time. And that's why I sold one and I only kept one, because I'm okay to keep one open because I've already made the money that I spend from that one that I sold. So it's okay for me to keep this one open. I'm going to close this one actually before the earnings, probably Monday or Tuesday. I'm not even going to wait till Wednesday. And I'm going to go ahead, and as soon as I see Tesla price go a little bit more higher, and if I make about 40%, I'm going to sell this one and get out. It's not that I'm saying Tesla prices or Tesla stock is going to come down. It's just, for me, it's how I take profit on options, because I want to bank on the extrinsic value of the options and not wait too long. Then after that, I have these two open, which I'm not planning to close anytime soon. Now let's talk about these two trades over here. So these two trades, right now I'm making about 68% and 60%. I could very well keep them open till or after the earnings, till the expiration of November 5th to make 100% over here. But as you can see, before, the stock has gone down, but it has only gone down 5% in the worst case scenario. Over here, I'm up almost where the stock is right now. It's around $800 or $830. Maybe it'll touch $850. I'm still okay to hold the $700 put, because I'll still be about $730, $740 range. I'm okay with that. But I'm not gonna risk it, because I feel I'm already making 68%. If I can make 80%, it's okay for me to let that 20% go for a chance of opening another trade, freeing up my capital from these two, and then opening another trade after the earnings. That's my thinking, and that's what I plan to do. Now, let's go over the chart quickly, and then I will show you what I plan to play after the earnings. So this is Tesla chart right now. So as you can see, Tesla has been doing really well from the last few weeks. As you can see, Tesla has gone up amazingly since October right here. Actually, September 21st, it touched the 21-day EMA, and then since then, it has taken the flight. Now, somebody asked me in the comments that, do you think it's a good time to buy Tesla? And my answer to any of those, let it be Tesla or Isofa, any growth stocks that I talk about, that if you're planning to hold them for a long time, then it doesn't really matter if you want to buy today or when the stock is up $50, because if you are planning Tesla, for example, if you're planning to hold the stock for a long time, those $50 is not going to hurt you. But if I were in their shoes, again, my opinion, personal opinion, entertainment purposes only, I will not buy Tesla over here. To me, right now, the price is inflated. I feel after the earnings, the price is going to settle down, and it may touch 21-day EMA again, and that will be the chance for me to get more shares. If it touches 50-day EMA, absolutely, I'm going to get more shares. So the answer to the question is that if you really want to buy the share now, if you have the money now, and if you're holding it for the long term, go ahead and buy the share, it doesn't matter. But if you are planning to hold the share for short term or do a trade, then in my opinion, it's too high right now. I will wait till it cooled down a little bit after the earnings and then buy the shares. Again, my opinion only. Okay, so now as you can see, Tesla is really high right now, and as you can see that RSI is almost touching over 70, actually it's 77 right now, and then also MACD is also looking high. So it's all elevated because of the earnings, and it's going to cool down a little bit after the earnings. Again, it can go either way, right? We saw this time Tesla went up almost 10% right after the earnings. We'll see what happens, because I'm expecting Tesla to have a record quarter. I'm expecting Tesla to deliver amazing number of cars. But if they say something for the next quarter, because that's what analysts look for, they look for what it's Tesla delivering in Q4, or what are their plans? Are they going to meet the target? That's what's going to define what the stock is going to do. Now, a lot of hedge funds and a lot of institutional investors take profit all the time towards the earnings. Small retail investors like me, we try to take the profit, but I try to take the profit on options. So now let's look at the trades that I plan to open after the earnings. So this is what I have as a game plan after the earnings. If Tesla stock goes down after the earnings, this is what I'm going to play. And this is my favorite play. If you go back to Q2, you probably see the same play over here because I play again and again and I'm successful in this. So I'm going to be selling 10 Tesla put for May 2022, few months out, for 750 strike price. And hear me out. Then I'll be buying the 5 calls for May 2022 for $780. Right now, as of Friday, when I took this screenshot, if I were to execute this trade, I would actually spend only $1,200 because the amount I'm going to get from selling the put is actually paying for my calls over here. Calls are very expensive, $146 or $150 ask, and the put is only $74. That's why I'm doing 10 and 5. So the money that I am going to or supposed to get from here is going to help pay me for the puts over here. That's what I have done all the time and it has been successful. Now, this $1,200 that I'm spending may change to almost $5,000 that I get. Because if the price goes down after the earnings, the selling put price is going to go up because it'll be closer to 750, and buying the call price is going to come down because the price is going to come down from towards 780. Right now it's 843, it's in the money. That's why you see this $146 because it has extrinsic value as well in it. But after the earning, if the price comes down, then I can absolutely see the prices of these calls come down to maybe like $120, depending on what the price makes the movement. But the price of these puts is going to go up because I'm betting on 750. Now I can change these price point. I can actually go and sell a $700 depending how much the share falls after the earning, but I can just change it to 700 and change this to 750. But this is the game plan that I have. Along with that, I will also sell another 700 because remember, I'm getting out of my $700 put that I told you and I'm making about 68% on it. Now, when the stock comes down that time, then I might not make 68% if I wait, because if the stock comes down, this percentage right here will decrease. I may be only up 50%, and I'll lose out on 18% that I'm making right now. So that is why I'm going to go ahead and go back in that trade and sell the $700 put depending on where the price is, and collect another premium. Right now it's $6, but after the earnings, if the price is down, this could give me easily $10 or $12, making another $10,000 to $12,000. That right here, right now, I'm going to be receiving around $6,880. But after the earnings, if the price is down, then I might get about $10,000. So these are the two game plans I have after the earnings if the stock is down. Now, if the stock is up, I'm going to quietly sit on the sideline. Do not make any trade. As I told you before, that I do not like to make trade or sell covered calls on Tesla because the stock is just too volatile and I do not want to risk my shares. So I'm just going to sit on the sidelines, wait for market to cool down, wait for a red day, and then execute the same trade. There is no rush. As I have mentioned before, sometimes the best decision that you can make is not to make any decision or not to play. That could be very well served sometimes, and I have actually learned it time and again. So I never risk my Tesla shares. My friend always tell me that, hey, you can sell covered calls on your shares and make weekly gains and actually live off of that. But you never know with growth stocks like Tesla. They can turn very quickly and then you will end up losing your shares or buying your calls back. I have done both and they both suck. I do sell puts on a weekly basis and I've been doing it for over a year and I love it. And along with the trade that I just showed, and depending on what Tesla does after, I might also sell few puts even for this week so that I can make some quick cash. Do let me know in the comments, how do you plan to play Tesla? My option play on Tesla are very vanilla because again, I'm fine because I make more money this way than playing any kind of fancy iron condors or butterflies or put spreads or call spreads. Of course, you can do all that, but my trades are very vanilla. See, my goal is that I don't want to spend an entire day looking at the screen, but I want to make the trade where I can make quick money and out. In my next video, I will share the sheet with everyone and show you the realistic Tesla price prediction for 2024, 2028, and 2030. And I will link my Tesla and Hidden Trillions video over here. Do check it out if you have any doubts where this company will be in the next 10 years. As always, an absolute pleasure to be here, share all of this with everyone. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.